Well, here's my Enco 13x40 gap bed, geared head, engine lathe. This thing's been nothing but a workhorse. I got a killer deal on it. It's more than paid for itself. It owes me nothing at this point. But I tend to park it with the carriage, the saddle, whatever, all the way over here. Okay, and it gives me room, because my shop's so small, for storage right here. I've got a table, in fact, that table right over there, I keep right here. Well, I didn't realize the other day that in moving the table, I bumped the engagement lever right here. Well, that is the saddle drive on the x-axis, z-axis. Since I had it all the way up against the headstock here, I didn't notice. I turned it on. Well, it drove right into the end. Didn't even think about it, didn't realize it. Well, it busted the shear pin right here. And if I fire it up, I'll engage the drive. And it looks like it works at first, but then as soon as I engage the drive, you see that it's just spinning. So I've replaced it before. I don't think I shot any video of it before, and it looks like I put a brass one in. And it's been holding up fine. I was trying to figure out where I was going to get another shear pin, but I think I still have some brass stuff running around, so we'll see. And if anybody watching doesn't realize it, a shear pin is designed to shear. We want this part to break so that all of the gears don't bust up or something in the carriage. It's a cheap, easy fix compared to all the expensive options that would happen if that shear pin were hardened steel and did not give. So down at this end, on this particular lathe, this is a 6mm, and it is just there to keep that bar in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can work that bar out. I need that bar out so that I can get the pin out, because if I don't pull the bar out to the right, I'd have to get all the holes lined up in order to hammer that drift all the way through. So it's just easier to pull the bar out, tap the drift out of the bar and the hole, and then line them back up. You know, it'd be nice if there was a mark on here saying where that hole is. Oh. Heck, I was able to get it started just by hand. And I'm going to try it with a pair of needle nose, actually. Because, you know, instead of just trying to pry in there with a screwdriver and that stuff, this is thicker, more stable. And if I get lucky, I can get it all the way out. Maybe, yep, there we go. Okay. Now, let's, there it is. I don't know if it's pinned or not. This side looks a little cleaner. Okay, so I'm going to tap from this side down. And on this one here, see how this side's flush? And this side's sticking out. This is, I want to tap from this side going the other way. That way if there is any taper, it will just punch right out. Well, apparently I busted my other long good one, so this one's seen better days, but we'll see if it's good enough. Oh yeah, look at that. It just pops right out. Now, of course, it's brass, so I can't just stick a magnet in there and pull it out, but it came right out there. I do want to salvage at least one piece. See if I can find the other hole there. Okay, I might have to move the camera so I can get in there close enough, but let's see if maybe this side taps out as easily. cleared for the pin at the backside there. Oh, man, it is trying to come. There we go. There's actually enough there left that I can measure that diameter and double check and see what other brass stock I've got. With a little light in there, I can get it lined up. Oh, I ran out of length. It started coming. It started working its way out. Let's see if I get lucky and can... Oh yeah, there's plenty there. Okay, vice grips. And you know, maybe brass isn't quite strong enough for the best option. I don't remember what came out. I'm going to put brass back in. Most likely that's what I have. And it's actually held up really well to a bunch of heavy cuts and stuff like that. So, you know, if it breaks again, I'll, you know, and once I get this up and running so I can use it, I will probably, I'll take the measurements here and I'll go see if I can make a master car or something and get a couple of, you know, proper shear pins. Well, guess what I found? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put that back together and drill that hole out clean, but because it's a little wallowed out, so it's taken some abuse with a harder pin. The brass wouldn't have caused that. Oh, I think that just might work. I'm feeling for the edges to see whether that's in, out, twisted. You know, I'm running it down at an angle there, and it's easily going down into the hole there, and I'm not really feeling any catches, so I think I'm safe. If it was closer to the diameter, that'd be better. And I probably could use a drill bit or whatever, but I think it's lined up close enough now that if I drive the brass in, it'll be good to go. Just under 1 3/8. So if I cut it at 1 3/8, I can always file that off, if whatever's sticking out there. And I got a bunch of different ways I can cut it. Bandsaw, hacksaw, whatever. I think I'm going to take a hacksaw and just buzz it off there. Cool, that ought to work. This is just going to be a quick little touch to clean it up. I could probably use a hand file, I'm sure I could, but... Oh yeah, that looks lined up pretty good. I'm shining the light on the wall on the backside there, and so then I can see through the hole, and everything looks like it's lined up really nice. So provided I can do it without it shifting. Now, I don't really want a whole lot sticking out there because, you know, you're wiping down something like that, or a rag or whatever hanging over here, were to get caught with that rotating. That wouldn't be good. Nice. It's actually not sticking out there. And it's actually a bushing here, not a bearing. So I'm not really that worried about, you know, hitting it with the hammer. If it was a bearing, it might dimple the hardened surface and stuff like that, but that is just a big old brass bushing there, and the load's going to get spread out. At least that's my thoughts. I think that is certainly good enough. And I did check them. They are 0.125. They're just 1/8 inch brass rod. So, like I said, I'll look and see if I can find some shear pins. But, you know, this has lasted years in there. So I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, I guess I'll hit start and engage the drive and make sure it works. Obviously it will. You put too much load on it, it pops it out of gear here. So that needs to get fixed. I should probably drill that hole down a little bit more so it grabs better. Haven't had it pop out while I was running, but when it broke the shear pin, it popped that out a couple of times, and of course, you know, that should have been my indication that something was wrong. But instead, I got that engaged and, you know, good enough that it broke the shear pin. So, you know, I'm not that bright.